Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of my Client Spotlight series. I am so delighted to be here with one of my amazing clients from the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, Lucia Fernandez. And
Hello.
today we're going to share with you, let me just center myself because I'm like not in the middle. Today we are going to talk about how she went from feeling burned out, hustling in her business, to creating 10K consistent months in her piano business, and almost 20, soon to be 20 this next month.
That's right.
We're going to talk about how she went from feeling like she had no issues in her piano business to now really seeing the gaps, and how she elevated her mindset to be able to charge premium prices. So for all of you who are coaches, or maybe you're artists or creatives, and you are still thinking, oh my God, there's no way that I can charge high ticket prices. I really need to save everybody. I have this with some of my clients who are doctors and they just want to save people, right? We are going to share so much value with you, and Lucia is going to share all her wisdom of what she went through in order to elevate her business and charge premium prices. So Lucia, I'm going to let you introduce yourselves while I share this in the group. So go ahead.
Okay, well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes,
I'm so excited.
of
As
course.
Juliana said, my name is Lucia Fernandez. I'm a piano teacher coach for children of high net worth families, and I'm so glad to be here.
So good. Okay, so Lucia, tell us a little bit about where were you at before you joined the mastermind? Like, why did you decide that you needed some support, so that people understand a little bit about like your background or your context, where you were struggling with before you created these epic results?
Perfect. So I contacted you back in the summer. I thought, I've been a piano teacher for 20 years. So my studio, I thought it was pretty rock solid. I was hitting consistent months around 9,000, 8,000. It was pretty consistent. So I thought that, that was it. That's how my business is going to cap. And seeing a really need in the pedagogy pianist industry, I thought, I'm going to start coaching other colleagues of mine in order for them to, get the results that I'm getting. So that's why I reached out to you and I explained to you, I'm still very committed and on fire. And that's how it all started.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. And so tell us a little bit about what your thoughts about like pricing. Because one of the main things that, you kind of had a breakthrough around was, I can charge for my prices. Like, I can charge for my services at a high ticket price. And I think that I want to speak into that because yesterday I was doing a training in the group and I talked about price innovation, meaning we don't want to charge what everybody else is charging, because then we just become like we're just competing based on price instead of based on value. And so when most people look at their industry or their niche, coaching, whether it's piano teaching, whether it's pizza, whatever it is, everybody looks at what is everyone else charging, and then they make a decision based on that. And my invitation when I created the concept of price innovation is, we don't look at what other people are doing. We look at what is the value and the transformation that we deliver to clients, and then we price accordingly based on that, and the delivery, like how much we pour ourselves into the delivery of our clients and the transformation that we give them. And so tell us a little bit about your thought process in changing that, what you struggle with, and then what made you want to elevate your prices to more high ticket.
Right. I thought I was already in the high part of the market, in the high end part of the market within my industry. But then again, my industry, it's super devaluated. Mm-hmm. So I was still committing the same mistake that you're mentioning. I was still comparing to others and, like rating myself a little high, just a little higher of the rest of the herd. But it wasn't working. That led me to hustle like you wouldn't believe in order to create the studio and maintain it. And oh my goodness, I over deliver so much because I love my craft. Nobody studies and goes to the conservatory for piano teaching based on the money. No pianist goes in for the money. You go for the love of the music, of the art.
Right.
So when you appeared in my life, I was like, maybe just maybe I can charge more. and this will liberate more hours and more energy, the
Yeah.
concept of energy, in order for me to pour even more into my students' results. So that was the biggest change for me. The
So
fact that
good.
I could just like break away from the industry, create my own reality, and just, eyes on the prize. And I'm very thankful for that.
Oh my God, so good. And so, what was difficult about that? And how do you think that inside of the coaching of the container, what was one of the things that really helped you get grounded in that value? Because inside of the program, I really coach all of you throughout the entire 3 months to like completely, it's kind of like you change your identity completely. It's like you let go of who you are in the ways that are holding you back, and then you really elevate into just a different paradigm of being grounded in your value, being confident in your ability to charge for how much you want to charge, and doing it in a way that feels in integrity and that feels in alignment. So tell us a little bit about what is one thing that you remember that I said, or any teaching that you feel like really helped you just stay really, really grounded in your pricing once you made the decision to raise those prices.
To me, you always say you guys are always over delivering, because the people that you attract in the container are all winners. I mean,
Yeah.
hands down, like they are all powerhouses
Yes.
in their own niche. And
Yeah.
that was amazing to me, to be in the midst of their energy, because I was like, oh my goodness, they're doing this in each one in their own, industry. So to me, it was just such a wake up call to
Mm-hmm.
see, I'm here with them.
Totally.
I rock at what I do, damn it.
Yeah.
I need to just deconstruct all the self-limited beliefs that I had for forever, that I wasn't even aware that I had. That is the funny part. I wasn't even aware that I had them.
Totally.
So in the middle of the program, I broke down. Everyone was like, "What is going on?" Like, but those were growing pains, and I'm so so thankful that they happened. You know.
So good. Yeah, and this is something that I want all of you who are watching to understand, that this is not just like click your fingers, charge more, and then you go do it. Because I think sometimes people think that's what I'm trying to say. And what I'm saying is we make a decision first, and then we sell ourselves on that decision, and then we look for all the supportive evidence that is going to help us go there. And in order to do that, you have to take your brain to places where you haven't gone before. You have to literally believe something is possible before it happens, and that is the hardest thing anyone will ever do, because our brains are wired to always look for the past, what has happened in the past, and then I'm going to define my future based on that and what's possible based on that. And my invitation is, I know you want to charge what your friends and your peers are charging, but what if it was possible that you could literally break through and quantum leap in your business by just making a decision that the value that you offer is worth more? Because it is.
Correct.
And so your brain needs to go there and look and be like, and you have to train your brain to look for that evidence. And once you do, you will find it. It's kind of like when people tell me, where do I find these premium clients? And I'm like, you are surrounded by them already. It's just that you're not speaking to them. You're not presenting the value of what you offer in a way that makes them, that excites them to, that invest at a price
Mm-hmm.
point that is higher than the average coach. And so that is exactly what I teach you inside of the program. So I love that you alluded to that, because that is definitely what we spent the whole 3 months doing.
Yes, that I think it was Alex that mentioned something about being in the fire or something. She mentioned the concept of, while you are looking for evidence, there's fire going on around you. It's
Yeah.
it's it's a very uncomfortable position
Yeah.
to be, but if you can just sustain it and have an amazing coach like yourself in to support when you're having those growing pains, I mean, you won't look back, but it
So,
will get uncomfortable for sure.
yes, totally. Okay, and tell us why you're signing up again for the second round, to do a second round of the Magnetize and
Yes.
Monetize Mastermind. Why not just take what you learned and then just kind of try to figure it out on your own, or try to continue doing the journey on your own? Tell us a little bit about that.
Because the energy of what your container offers, it's worth the entire freaking program. The saying, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So, I spend my time with teachers. I want to elevate that business persona, and I'm a great teacher. That's why, but now I want to develop that CEO persona, that business persona, and align it to where my pedagogy is. So that's
Right.
why to me it's just so important to have you to have access to you every week. And I'm so excited to meet the women in the containers. And I know they're going to be powerhouses, so it's just exciting, exhilarating.
So good. Okay. And I'm so excited to have you. And there's so many people that sign up for a second round, even a third round. And so it really speaks to how much like commitment to the mastery of the principles that I teach all of you have. And of course, even if you don't sign up, you get to continue applying that on your own. And it just really gets integrated in my belief. Like I sign up with my coach over and over again because there's always more. We're always growing. We have new goals. We have new
Mm-hmm.
limitations. And once you have a coach and like you really vibe with them, then you don't have to rebuild that relationship with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to get to know you, and then you kind of get to know their philosophy, their process, their everything. It's just so much smoother when you just kind of it's like a relationship, right? Imagine like breaking
Yes.
up with somebody and then starting another relationship every 6 months. It's like
Yeah.
right? It's like you really connect with somebody, then they understand your patterns, and then they're able to coach you in a more precise way. So I
Mm-hmm.
just really love like consistently having that bond with my coach and having my clients. Like I know you guys so well now that it's so easy for me to like go faster in the coaching, right?
Right. You see through us like so well now. It's like, Lucia. Ah.
Uh,
It's,
I'm like, well,
you're
this is a
right.
pattern that has shown up before, hasn't it?
Yes, yes, definitely,
Totally.
definitely.
Okay. And let's talk. The last thing that I want to talk about that was really important for you is this CEO persona that you
Hmm.
mentioned that was like one of the biggest breakthroughs because you came into the program wanting to grow a coaching business, coaching piano teachers on building their
Hmm.
businesses because you had done, a beautiful job at that.
Hmm.
But then you realized that your actual piano business had so many upgrades available in terms of the pricing, the hustling. And so we focused on cleaning that up, and now you're joining the second round to really actually start from a really clean foundation, a really beautiful
Hmm.
foundation, your coaching business for piano teachers. And so tell us about how this CEO persona that you feel like you really got out of the program. Tell us the importance of that and how that has impacted you, because I want everyone to really see that this program is not really a marketing program, and I don't market like you're gonna grow your CEO persona, but it's really
You
it's
are.
really right. I help you clarify your message so you can attract premium clients, but really in the program you just elevate your identity to somebody that is like the CEO of your business, like an actual CEO. And so tell us in your words, what was that like for you, and how was that meaningful and impactful for you? What results does that create?
Um, okay, so to me, my biggest realization right now, I'm a mom. I'm married, a mom of two, one, a third one on the way. So life is, it's full right now. When I started my piano business, I was, single with all the time of the world. So that's why I started with the hustling, and I didn't feel it until now. So when I joined your program and I realized this is not sustainable, I had two options. Either I quit piano like many of my colleagues do during their 40s and then they come back when they're 60s, it's like, or, it's so, their best years,
Yeah.
they just quit because it's not sustainable. Or as you said, I just adjust and upgrade the way I manage my studio and just create more space for me to serve my clients in a much efficient and relaxed and aligned way. So to
Mm-hmm.
me, that was the CEO thinking, not just in my business but at home. Like if I earn more
Mm.
capital in my business, then I can hire help for my home, because
Right.
it's we don't have to do it all, women.
Right.
Like, you can have it all, but you need to be very strategic on creating support systems, not just around
Yeah.
your business but around the home. You can
Love
have it all. You can be the CEO of them all, but you
Yes.
cannot do it all. You cannot do it all. You cannot be, do the work of 1,000 employees. No way. And that's what I was doing.
Oh my God. So big. And we have a new client in the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, and she really stands for that. For as women, we have to normalize getting support. And there's
Hmm.
so many times that we feel like we have to not only take care of our business, but then at the home, and we're responsible for everything. And I am such a supporter for hire it out, hire help, hire people. And we talked about this on our calls. I'm like, what needs to happen for you to outsource the cooking? What needs to happen for you to outsource this and that? Like, so that you have a space and like you feel supported yourself, because we support others. Like, you're supporting your family, you're supporting your students, but who's supporting you? And that's
Exactly.
such a big question that I want all of you who are women, and if you are moms, even if you are not moms, I feel like I need the support. I need somebody to help me with like keeping everything tidy. Like, I have so much support. I have an assistant, because we
Mm-hmm.
need it too. We can't try to save everybody. We can't save anyone, right? And so really come from a full cup. If you're feeling like you're hustling right now, then slow down and get that cleaned up, because what happens is when you add more money to your business, your problems are just going to amplify. Like, if you try to
Mm-hmm.
accelerate right now and you're in hustle mode, if you're watching this, then you're going to feel even more burned out, more hustly. And so my philosophy is, look, like, stabilize your business, stabilize yourself mentally and emotionally, so that you can
Yes.
scale, which is why with Lucia, we slowed it down. We cleaned up the things that needed to be cleaned up for her business. And now she has a mentality to actually scale her second business, which would be the coaching
Mm-hmm.
business for piano teachers. And so the point in that is just, don't like it. Anytime that you feel like you want to go faster and you already are running at capacity, just remember it's going to feel even bigger once you are making more money, because money just amplifies whatever problems you currently have. So
Correct.
beautiful.
Correct.
I just wanted to share that with everyone who's watching. So, Lucia, tell us a little bit about what would you say to somebody who is on the fence of joining, or tell us a little bit about like what is something that surprised you in the coaching container, so that people who are wondering like, what is that, like, what am I really signing up for? Like, is it really going to be supportive? Get a bit of an answer from someone who already participated.
Yes. Well, for the ones that are like just doing the, their due diligence and researching, I can tell you with 100% assurance that this program is worth every dollar. I
Mm.
mean, I was so lucky of, having you supporting me. And, I've never, this is my first program, high ticket, that I buy. And I'm so grateful that it was with yours, because it was 100% worth it,
Mm.
So people out there, if you're in the fence, make it happen. You won't regret it.
Oh, I love you so much. Thank you so. You're lucky, because I think a lot of people are jaded from the coaching industry.
Yes,
And
yes,
they come
yes.
and sometimes they're like, I've been buying so many programs. I don't want to be disappointed. And you were so lucky. You're like, no, I'm good. I just this was your first program, and it like set the standard for
Yes, and I recognize that now, because
Yeah.
now seeing other testimonials of other people like with other programs, like to me the experience in introducing myself into the coaching industry has been just amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
Amazing.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like you know how inner child work. You know how like trauma happens when you're a child. I feel like you came in as a child in the coaching industry, and I became
Hmm.
your mom, and like I parented you like really well. So no
Yes.
trauma here.
No trauma whatsoever. I'm ready to grow and, serve and charge what I'm worth. More
So
than,
good.
I don't want to say what I'm worth, because
Right.
as you always say,
Uh, uh,
it's not, the price is not based on your worth, but like charge enough for me to feel aligned and happy to
yeah.
appear and show up for my clients. That's so
Yeah.
important.
Charge what's equivalent to the service that you deliver. That's it,
Hmm.
right? So good. Okay, so if anyone is a coach or a person that has kids and they want their kids to learn to play piano with the best teacher in the United States, maybe the world, what should they do?
Just, give me a call. You can put all my information, in the links, and, schedule a discovery call,
So good.
and then we
So
can talk.
yes, you can add Lucia, send her a message. I can tell you that her integrity and the way that she does her coaching, her teaching is so much deeper than just teaching piano. She really infuses coaching principles to help kids apply that to their lives. And like as a kid, we essentially get programmed to become little like big humans, big like adults. And if that programming isn't healthy, then we become traumatized, we become unhealthy mentally. And I just love what Lucia, like the importance of the work Lucia has, because you literally program kids to be the best version of themselves in such a beautiful way at that age of like however old they are, 11, 10, all of these like really important times of our lives. And so you
Hmm.
are such a beautiful person to trust. Like I just see your
Thank you.
business from the back end, and I'm like, I literally would like trust you with all of my kids. I can't wait to put them in class with you because I think it would be so cool to have them just play piano. Like I love that.
Yes, yes. And now that you mention, not just in the music curriculum, I also always do growth mindset with the kids.
Right, that's what
So
I
that is
mean.
so important. Yes, so important.
That's what I mean. It's like you embed coaching principles in the piano teaching and just the whole curriculum, that it's like this is the most brilliant thing ever. It's like a life coach for kids without, and they don't even know it.
That's right. That's right.
It's so beautiful. So two for one. Awesome.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you so much, Lucia. It's been such a pleasure supporting you. I cannot wait to continue supporting you in the next round of the mastermind. And for anyone who's watching, there are 3 spots left for the mastermind. We start on February 15th. So there's still time to apply. Make sure that you apply now. And you can reserve a call with me where we can explore it if this is the right fit for you. So make sure you apply now. And Lucia, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. See you on
Alrighty.
February 15th.
Yes. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.